जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सद श्री श्रीमद अवै चरणारविंद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। स्कान विविधि फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद भागवतम की जय। गुरु प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Param Chaivam Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Urjayat Mudiraye Nashtaprayestu Avadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistuke Syanubhavam Akhilam Srutisaramekam Adhyatma Deepamatitir Satam Tamundam Samsarina Karunaya Purana Guyam Tambyasa Namupayami Guru Muninam. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, the Krishna Fourth Order, Chapter 24, chanting the song sung by Lord Shiva, text number 7. Tatrapi sam purusham Paramatma namatmadri Yajam staloka tamapa Kusalena samadhina Tatrapi hamsam purusham Paramatma namatmadrik Yajam staloka tamapa Kusalena samadhina Tatrapi hamsam purusham Paramatma namatmadrik Yajam staloka tamapa Kusalena samadhina
Tatrapi hamsam purusham
Paramatma namatmadrik Yajam staloka tamapa Kusalena samadhina Tatrapi hamsam purusham Paramatma namatmadrik Yajam staloka tamapa Kusalena samadhina tatrapi hamsam purusam
Paramatmanamamre
Kusalena samadhina
Tatrapi hamsam purusham paramatmanam
Paramatmanam Yadam stallokatamapa Kusalena samadhina Tatra api despite his engagement Hamsam one who kills the distress of his kinsman Purusham unto the Supreme Person Parama Atmanam the most beloved super soul Atmatrik one who has seen or acquired self-realization Yajan by worshipping Tat Lokatam achieved the same planet Apa achieved Kusalena very easily Samadhina always keeping himself in ecstasy. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Although Maharaj Antardhana was engaged in performing sacrifices, because he was self-realized soul, he was very intelligently rendered devotional service to the Lord, who eradicates all the fears of his devotees. By thus worshipping the Supreme Lord, Maharaj Antardhana, wrapped in ecstasy, attained his planet very easily. Purport. Please repeat. Although Maharaj Antardhana was engaged in performing sacrifices, because he was a self-realized soul, he very intelligently rendered devotional service to the Lord, who eradicates all the fears of his devotees. By thus worshipping the Supreme Lord, Maharaj Antardhana, wrapped in ecstasy, attained his planet by very easily. Purport. Since sacrifices are generally performed by fruitive actors, it is specially mentioned here, Tatrapi, that although Maharaj Antardhana was externally engaged in performing sacrifices, his real business was rendering devotional service by hearing and chanting. In other words, he was performing the usual sacrifices by the method of Sankirtana Yajna, as recommended herein. Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyamatma Nivedanam. Bhagavatam 7.5.23. Devotional service is called Kirtan Yajna. And by practicing the Sankirtana Yajna, one is very easily elevated to the planet where the Supreme Lord resides. Out of the 5 kinds of liberation, achieving the same planet where the Lord resides and living with the Lord, there is called Salokya liberation. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyanandana Salakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Yen Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Yen Bhutali Swayam Rupa Kadamayan Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaisnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajiva Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Dev Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radhakanta Namastuti Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhan Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpataru Vikritipa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaisnavebhyo Namo Namaha Padaya Krishna Pisnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinam Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravan Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasad Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay. Tatrapiham sampurusham paramatmanamaatmadrik yajam stalluka tamapa kusalena samadhina. Kusalena also means with very expertly. Prabhupada translated here as easily because Antardhana Maharaj was a great devotee. He performed all the sacrifices, and his intention of performing those sacrifices was to please the Lord. That was devotional service. And devotees are very expert. They always perform things with kusalena, is very expertly, because they are not attracted or enticed by the activities in this material world. Their every effort is to please Lord, how can I render some service to you? That is all time what devotee thinks in their mind. And we are hearing here beautiful narration from Srimad Bhagavatam. Prithu Maharaj has retired from his busy managerial life as a king. So in the reign of a king and the kingdom, all the citizens become fearless. When we have an expert king, in Sanskrit, king is called Raja. Ra. Let's break down the word Raja. Ra means the word Ra, the main verb Ra is Ra, kind of, it indicates a protection. Like is related to Kshatriya, protection, Ra. In Russian word, if you say war, they say hurrah. They also use the same word Ra. And Ja means what? I'll give you a hint from Bhagavad Gita. Najayate. Yeah. See, Najayate. Ja. The ja verb is to give birth. Janma also ja. Ja means give birth. So, Kshatriya protector of the king gives birth of fearlessness in the people, in the mind of the people, so that common citizen do not have any fear about their basic needs of their life, basic things. They can freely perform their activities. So that is why kings are also known as the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Krishna himself speaks, among human beings, I am a Nripa, Raja, king. So the prime duty of a king is to protect its citizen and give the assurance that you are protected, you are all good, you are fearless, because I am here. And when Parikshit Maharaj realized that in Bhagavatam, if you study Bhagavatam, we all know that. When Parikshit Maharaj, in his little anger in his mind, he humiliated a saint, a Brahmana, who was in meditation, deep meditation. He later on he addressed himself as Kshetri Bandhu, Kshetriya Bandhu. Kshetriya Bandhu means one who is not exactly Kshetriya, but friend of Kshetriya, who is not doing the duty of a Kshetriya. Why did he say that? Because as a king, I was supposed to make the saint feel safe in his meditation, but I broke that principle. I could not protect as a king. So he addressed himself out of humility, even though Parikshit Maharaj was a great devotee of Lord Sri Krishna. When the Lord were visiting him, he addressed, "You are so merciful. Just because I was born in the family of Pandavas, you just came to see me, but I do not have a quality of a Kshatriya. I failed." That was the great humility of Parikshit Maharaj. So from the word Raja, Maharaja means great king who can even protect even more. So that was the time, that was the role of a king. That is the role of a king. But nowadays in Kali Yuga, a citizen has to protest for their right against the government or president, prime minister. Recently in Bangladesh, if you see the news, the prime minister had to flee away from the country, who was elected by 2/3 majority of people not too long ago, within the same year, because of not acting or because of not keeping the citizens in the center of the regime. Then this is the result. And a lot of chaotic things is happening. Devotees are tortured, our temples are vandalized, devotees are attacked. There was a fire in one temple, and Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, they were on the ground. They are painting. Their body did not even touched by fire. Everything was destroyed, but the deities, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, they were still untouched by fire, and devotees were, wow, look at the proof of the existence of deity. And some devotees were saying that we could flee away to India, but Govinda Dev is our prananath, our life and soul. How can we leave him behind and then we run away from him? We better die here and we perform our devotional service. We chant Hare Krishna and do our service. This is the devotees. They love Krishna in this way. And when Krishna sees that kind of relationship from his devotees, then he definitely protects his devotees. And protection from the Lord, not necessarily protecting of the body, but protecting of the soul and their devotion and their from material world. So these things are going on into this world, and we do not have proper kings that really take care of the citizens. But in this adverse situation, we have one hope that every one of us can elevate ourselves or protect ourselves from this condition, from this helpless situation, by performing devotional service or chanting Hare Krishna mantra every day in our life. So this way, Krishna personally comes in the life of devotees, and devotees feel the same protection when Krishna would protect personally in the plant. So this chanting is really very important and the prime duty of all the living beings in this Kali Yuga. Otherwise, there is no hope. There is no hope in life. The powerful will dominate and suppress and exploit and kill the less powerful. So when spiritually somebody is awakened and rise their consciousness by simply following and listening this holy name, then this helps to understand the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, and all people can live peacefully. So Lord Jagannath, the Lord Sri Krishna, they are such very, very merciful to their devotees. Very merciful to the devotees. Among all the qualities of the Lord, if you see so many qualities, 64 qualities, unlimited qualities of Krishna, the very most powerful, important quality is daya, the mercy, compassion of the Lord. If we remove that quality from the Lord, every other qualities become pale, not very important. Because the Lord is very, very merciful. He will never give up the living being. He always follows the living being within the heart and remain as a Paramatma. But unfortunately, people in the material world, they are completely ignorant about this fact. They are sleeping. They are not awakened. They do not realize that the Lord is residing within my heart, own heart inside. If some guest come to your home, we welcome the guest with the best we can offer. We give them the best room to sleep. We offer the best food to eat. We provide everything best, and we really respect and we welcome. But the Lord is our very kinsman, even more closer than family member. Family member comes later on when we have to get married, we have to establish relationship with somebody else, and we have to beget kids. And then this way we expand our external relationship with our family members, and we become too attached to them. But someone who is residing within our heart for eternal time, and he says that I am your best friend, I am your most well-wisher, I am your best beneficiary, or the best person that I can give you everything. Please be conscious about me. But when we are in material world, we kick that person out from our life, and we do not completely care about it, and we ignore it. Even in that situation, Krishna will not give up his hope against you. He still follow you wherever you go. That is Krishna's mercy. And out of compassion, Krishna speaks Bhagavad Gita, and he reveals all the Vedic knowledge as through which we can understand by studying philosophy, Vedas, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. These are all because of Krishna's compassion nature. So devotees are always grateful for what Krishna provides to us. We just had Jagannath Ratha Yatra. How compassion, none, Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, they come out from the temple out of mercy. It's not that they want to come out. They want to show up. They want to be like, show up. No, they want to come up. You know, they are formed like this. They are in ecstasy, very ecstasy. One time, in a lot of people in Jagannath Puri, they think Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, they are Dwarikadhish. They are Dwarikadhish. Krishna is with his family. Baladev, Subhadra's sister, and himself, they are like, this is a Dwarika Dham, Dwarakapuri, Dwarikadhish. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first saw the darshan of Lord Jagannath Puri, he immediately saw Jagannath as Brajendra Nandana Samasundara. Why? There's a story, I'll tell the story to you. Even though we passed Jagannath Ratha Yatra, Lord's pastime is always refreshing, always new and fresh. Coming, yes, horrible. One time, Mata Devaki, even though she gave birth to Krishna, she was bereft of having childhood pastime of Krishna, because Krishna has to be transferred to where? Rohini, right? Yeah, Yashoda, Rohini, their family. And Devaki was not knowing Krishna's childhood pastime. And she asked Yashoda, Mata Yashoda, Balaram's mother, Rohini, please tell me Krishna's pastime, how he was. I heard that everybody liked him. I could not see that opportunity because of this cruel Kamsa. Could you please tell me the story of Krishna's childhood pastime to me in Dwarika Dham? And Rohini Mata says, of course, why not? I will tell you, but you should make sure that you should keep Krishna and Balaram away from this conversation. Otherwise, if they hear what I explain to them, and Krishna will immediately leave Dwarika and he will go to Vrindavan. He cannot control himself. So that's okay. I will put Subhadra on the doorkeeper, because who could stop Krishna Balaram to come in? But sister can do that. Hey, don't go inside. She can chastise. Right, Jamuna? Jamuna can chastise Pradyumna sometime, if necessary. Okay. Out of love, right? And all right, that is fine. And Subhadra was doorkeeping on outside the door, and then Devaki Mata, Rohini Mata were discussing about Krishna's childhood pastime inside the room. And by hearing, Subhadra was in ecstasy. Oh my God! Wow! It's like this. She was expressing herself in this way. And after some time, Krishna Balaram, they are very playful. They cannot be in one place. They were just running around, and then they came in. What's going on here? He cannot come inside. And then, okay, what's going on here? We do not know. And Krishna Balaram, they were just listening what they were talking inside. And by hearing their own pastimes, they were also in completely ecstasy. And then, wow, my goodness. Wow. And this is how the form of Lord Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani became like this. And as they were listening the conversation in secretly with that such ecstatic mood, Narada Muni appeared. Narayana, Narayana. And he came by and he saw that ecstasy in all of them, and then says, my Lord, I want you to manifest this beautiful form in Kali Yuga. And we have Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani deities. There are so many different pastimes about how Lord Jagannath, but this is one of the many pastimes. So that ecstatic form of Lord Jagannath is the form that they were so much ecstatic, and they were hearing the pastimes of Vrindavan Dham. And when we pull out the cart and we are bringing the Lord into our heart, it's because Amara Mon Sri Vrindavan, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, make your heart Vrindavan. And most of the time, our heart is very dirty. A lot of things are going on inside our heart. We are thinking a lot of kind of lusty things, desires, everything. And Krishna doesn't want to come into that place. First, we need to clean it up and make it peaceful, clean, calm, pure, and Krishna come and reside inside. So, Lord Jagannath, Lord Sri Krishna, they pay off their mercy to their devotees that were very, very merciful at all times. And they come out to the temple, from the temple, and then to the street, and then let everybody feel that ecstasy. None of the deities come out like that, only Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra Maharani. So when we perform this devotional service, Smaranam, Prahlad Maharaj has explained very clearly, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atma Nivedanam. So, beginning from Sravanam, hearing the name of the Lord, glories of the God, And then we begin our devotional journey. And we give up this itcha dvesa samuthena, like and dislike propensity. Most of the people in this Kali Yuga, they live by like and dislike. Oh, I like this, I do it. I do not like it, I hate it. That is how people live in this material world, and they eventually, when they keep doing what they like, and they get frustrated. Like the hippies in the back in the days, hippie culture, they gave up everything, all the social rules, norms, and everything. Let us be free from these so-called rules and regulations, and do whatever we want. Let's have some drug, some illicit sex, and open free life. And after some time, this hippie movement was no more interested for the people. Oh, we should do something. We should do some business. We should do like some corporate business, something like that. The people changed ideas. And from hippies, what movement came in? Yuppies. Yeah. Yes, they're different because they were doing what I do. I do what I like. And then after the second movement, also after some time, they were not very happy and satisfied, and they changed to another one. What was that? Punks. And again after punk, what came? Millennial?
Hangover, 90s hangover culture.
Yeah, this culture is developing because people are doing it's a doisa samuthena donda mohena bharata. This is Krishna says again and again they are doing what they like and they are hating what they don't like. And again, when people are completely degraded, very bad and fallen, and then they become like barbaric. They get great pleasure by torturing and killing other people. This is all happens because we do what I like and I don't do what I don't like. Hate, sankalpa, vikalpa. But human life should be bound by moral principle. Human life should be guided by religious principle, dharma, that are established in the scriptures. Human life should be guided by the devotional principle. They should have that common goal that Krishna is the supreme person. It's not like always I do what I like. We should tolerate a lot of things in our life in order not to escape what we don't like. Nobody like to live a devotee's life. It's not very entertaining. In some point, in material perspective, it's not very happy. We do not drink alcohol. People party every Friday. They do a lot of barbecue parties, okay, killing animals, drinking and watching movie all night, and then remain awake whole night and do whatever they want. Our life is very simple and very, in their eyes, our life is very miserable and very pitiful, very, very tiny, very poor life. Huh?
You see that verse, Nibraya, he did great. Envious, materialist.
Right. But we do have our sankalpa, we have our fixed goal in our life. What is our sankalpa? That, my dear Lord, I am yours. How can I please you better? How can I serve you better? Please protect that desire of serving you. Let me not fall down from this devotional opportunity that I have in my life. Let me continue the service that I have now for you, life after life. This is the very staunch, very strong sankalpa of a devotees, and they maintain their sankalpa. And as they go on practicing devotional service, Krishna protect that. If Krishna did not want, I would not be chanting Hare Krishna today, and I would not be. There are so many opportunities. Easily, I could be lost in American society and then become like a karmi again. It's because Krishna is protecting. That's why we are still doing like a quack, like we are chatting We are surviving in Krishna consciousness. It's not because of me, but it's because of Krishna. Maybe I have some little desire, but then Krishna is protecting that little desire and holding on to it. And all the devotees are inspired to come to the temple. This inspiration is coming not from me, it's coming from Krishna. Krishna is backing you up. Do not give up. Do not break your sankalpa. Maintain it, continue it. Keep going. No matter. Lot of ups and downs come. It will come. Outside of this society, there are more ups and downs, and you have to face more challenges, difficulties. But here are very tiny, tiny little bit. So just tolerate them. Do not give up this hate and desire and hate things, like and dislike thing. And that's why Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, "Bhalo na bhalo, matra seva kari." Good or bad, just do service to the Lord. This way, ultimately, we remain, we achieve that platform of Anandamaya Vyasat. All begin from the Annamaya platform. We in the beginning, when we take up Krishna consciousness or God consciousness, we start glorifying God for providing food for us, Annamaya. Very nice prasadam, very nice, happy, nice, I don't have to work, water, relaxed, and at 9 o'clock I get my plate, prasadam is ready, evening 5 o'clock I have another second dinner ready. Wow, Krishna consciousness is such a blissful. Beginning from that, this is good. And then we rise up from Annamaya. What is the second phase? This is explained in Katha Upanishad. Annamaya, Pranamaya. In Pranamaya, we start thinking, okay, food is good, but I need to control my breath and I need to do some yoga exercises, practices. I need to rise up a little bit more. And then after that, what we start to realize, oh yeah, this is okay, but what about knowledge? I need to learn about the soul, super soul, Bhagavan, Jnana. Jnana. Then we engaged our mind, thinking, feeling, and willing. Everything is engaged. And then perform. Jnanamaya, after that, big Jnanamaya, we start realizing things. Oh my God. God is so great. He is out very close to me. He is my well-wisher. I am wandering into this material world, forgetting Him for many, many lifetimes. I was such a fallen man. Knowledge comes that we understand how fallen we are. Then we start becoming humble. Oh yeah, I'm not great. I'm not great. I am fallen. I'm really fallen. Thank you, Krishna, for rescuing me. And after that, what happened when we engage in service? Anandamaya platform, then yes, then we become all the time blissful. And we always provide bliss to Krishna, and as a result of, by default result, we become happy. We are not looking to be happy personally. Then this is again very selfish kind of search or practice. Anything in Krishna consciousness that is done for your own sake is selfish business. Everything we perform is for the pleasure of Krishna. Then this is for Him. And then only He will think, wow, Krishna is, this man is really determined and he has a strong sankalpa. But when we break our sankalpa and we just, sometimes we become very weak, carried away by the modes of nature, and we break the principle, we give it up, chanting Hare Krishna, we stop coming to the devotees association, we start losing faith. Then again, Krishna thinks, wow, yeah, your faith, your sankalpa is not very strong. You again break down. So whatever we do, Krishna always sees. Krishna never sees what you do, what kind of activities you do. Material people always see what you do, what kind of dress you wear, how you put tilak, how do you shave your head, what you do, chanting this is. All people, they judge by our activities, but Krishna always sees why you do it. What is your motivation to do it? They see the difference between Krishna and general people. Krishna always see why Chris is hanging around with the devotees for so long. What is his intention? Yeah, I like that intention. He doesn't see how he dress up, how he do everything external, but he said why he does. That's his Krishna. So if our intention is clean and clear, and then it is meant to provide pleasure to Krishna, then Krishna will always back you up, and you will be supported by Krishna's unlimited mercy, faith, belief. Then only we get satisfaction. Santushti is a really important thing. Success, people judge. Oh, Kirtaneswar is successful man. Internally, he may be very dissatisfied to his success. But satisfaction that you personally experience yourself. Nobody can tell how much satisfied you are. And this satisfaction is possible only with Krishna consciousness. Complete satisfaction is only possible with Krishna consciousness. And in Krishna consciousness, Krishna himself is the cause of that satisfaction, because he sees our intention of performing devotional service. He does not see what we do, but he sees why we do it. I'm chanting every day, but why am I chanting? Am I chanting to get some benefit, material benefit? Or I really want to become a devotee and bring that pleasure to Krishna. So this is why intention is very important. So all the activities is always defined by the purpose, by the goal. But this is lacking in outside of the world, in the material world. People are so independent. They do not want to get any lesson from anybody. They do not want to accept anyone as an authority. So one of the reasons Krishna always come with his associates is that he want to give lesson, teach lesson to the people that I cannot be achieved directly. You should always come through me. So we never see Krishna alone. Either we see him by his boyfriend, cowherd boys, or gopis, or cows, at least not cows. If not cows, there's at least flute. Hari Venu. So that is the goal. Krishna consciousness is such a wise and intelligent choice of a people. And in Kali Yuga, this is the only way, only means to achieve peace and harmony and perfection and liberation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Niraparada kaile nama paye prema dhana. Nira aparada loite nama. When we chant the name, being away from all the offenses that we study the holy name, the offenses against chanting the holy name, when we take and attentively. Inattentive chanting is also destructive, is not leading us, not right way, not right process, but attentively when we chant, being free from all the offenses, then we achieve prema dhana. What is prema dhana? Is Krishna consciousness. Desired goal of life. But this is time for question and answer. Thank you.
One question. Comment is that form of Lord Jagannath where he sucks his limbs, and that's an ecstatic symptom, and Lord Chaitanya also demonstrates that. They find him in the field, his limbs are sucked in his body, and he's like the golden Lord Jagannath, and the cows are pushing him around. But my question is, there's a verse, I've heard you quote it before, about satisfaction by Chanakya Pandit. There's things we should be satisfied with and things we should be unsatisfied with. You know that verse?
It says, Lostrabat, Paradrabhesu Lostrabat, is that what is it?
Satisfied, you should not be satisfied with your japa, your swadhyaya, and then you should be satisfied with so many things. It's like,
oh yeah, he meant with the spiritual practice you should never satisfy and okay, I'm done, I'm good, but we should keep doing that.
Yeah, there's some verse like that where he says your japa, your swadhyaya, your so and so, never be satisfied, but with your wife and so many things, you should be satisfied.
Yes. There is a different implication of the satisfaction.
I just have one comment about that ecstatic form too, because I remember a few Rath Yatras ago, like people took pictures of us, and I was looking at the pictures, and there was 3 separate pictures, one of myself, one of Chris, and one of Mohini, and we had like that same expression that Jagannath has on his face, we had on our faces, and
That's good.
it was pretty amazing.
Very good.
Yeah.
Lavanga Devi. Mata Prabhu.
This Jagannath class is making me go into ecstasy.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, like actually in that pastime where Krishna takes that form of Lord Jagannath, Narada Muni comes by.
Yeah, I told that, yeah.
Oh yeah, you told that part? Okay, because I went to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom, so I wasn't sure if you got to that
I
part.
mentioned that, yeah.
But anyway,
But go ahead, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, and everybody was like, yeah, distribute. You have to show this most merciful form to everybody.
Yes, I said that.
And yeah, and so then Jagannath appeared for
Sri
everyone.
Ki.
But it is true. Jagannath is like so merciful. He's like you're mentioning. He's the only deity that like comes out of the temple. I explain it to people like this. Normally, if you want to see God, you have to go to the temple. But like God, He's so in the form of Jagannath, He's so merciful that He comes out and grabs you. So even the people who don't know that they need to go to a temple, they're spiritually sick. And so when you have this association with Lord Jagannath, it's all purifying. One of the first festivals I went to was Jagannath Rath Yatra, and I wasn't even following all the regular principles. And they put me on the cart. And I said, oh wow, God Himself is letting me ride on His cart. And I'm not even one of these devotees. And then the second time I had to go get on the cart, I crawled up there and I couldn't get past the deities. And so I was trying to, suck my stomach in so I could slide past Baladev and the edge of the cart, right? And then I'm trying to get back there. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, let me see if I can squeeze my way through. And then I swear to you, Baladev moves over. I'm not making it up, and I get past it. There's nobody else around. He just moves over so I can get through. So Jagannath is the sweetest, So
That is true. I believe you. And when I saw Lord Jagannath deity burned in the Bangladesh temple, everything else turned into ashes. But the deities, their paint, because it's made from wood, it could be burning ashes, but they were untouched by fire at all. Huh? In Bangladesh now, going on the temple.
It's a common phenomenon amongst like spiritual things. I know my grandmother's house burned down. Everything was totally incinerated, but the pictures of Jesus and Mary all remained, and all the statues, they were all fine, but everything else was totally incinerated. So I've seen that happen also before.
Actually, this is another pastime that Krishna wants devotees love. So such kind of violence is definitely bad, but if we see internally and analyze, devotees are protected even in that situation. And even if they die, but they do not die, they are transformed into a spiritual world. So it is painful and sad, but they receive blessing from Krishna. And the devotees are very fortunate if they see that ecstatic form of the Lord and they become ecstatic. This is real devotion. Outside people, they think, oh, this is the idol. What is this idol? They just ignore and then they even make a fun of it. So they cannot see. Naham prakasa sarvasya yogamaya samavrita. Mudo yam na avijanati. Muda will not know me.
You're talking about Lord Jagannath glorifying name. Like most of you already heard, I'm going to share I didn't share with you the ecstatic moment from our Rath Yatra. So somehow or another, they had these like big royal banners for Lord Jagannath, like 6 of them, and then they were like really heavy blue banners, and they had them in front of the cart. And so somehow or another, me and Curtis and Garangat for some time ended up carrying these banners. And did you carry one too, Darnell? No. And then Omar, it was Omar. And so we had these banners, and then, you know, we were there in front of the cart, and then when they parked the cart, they had to take Lord Jagannath off to take him to Subhadra's cart. And so they wanted us there to walk Lord Jagannath over. And so they took Lord Jagannath down, the pujaris, and they had this megaphone, and they had this megaphone, and they had like sirens on it, and they had all these, you know, Brahmins pushing people out of the way, and Lord Jagannath was being carried, and we were having this, and it was like, as they were carrying Lord Jagannath, he turned, he like gave me a sidelong glance, and I went into so much ecstasy. I thought I was going to leave my body. And I was thinking, you know, this is so a real thing. This is like Vaikuntha. I'm in this entourage of Lord Jagannath with these banners, and, you know, I'm walking with his entourage, and here you have, like, you know, it was like the Secret Service, you know, but the Secret Service for Lord Jagannath. They were pushing people out of the way, and, you know, this is the most important person in the whole universe right here. And somehow or another, me and Curtis are there with these flags in his entourage, and I was feeling like it was almost real. It was like extremely intense. You know, it was like, this is non-different. This is actually Vaikuntha. You know, this is absolutely what's going on in Vaikuntha. And this is not a material thing at all. And for some reason, in that moment, Lord Jagannath seemed so effulgent. He seemed like he was like brighter than the sun. It was really...
That is what we should feel whenever we come to the temple and see the deity. And we should be always happy seeing devotees. We should smile, at least if we may have some among the devotees, but even though we do not talk a lot, but at least we should smile and be happy.
Sexual offense. not be happy about seeing anybody.
Yeah, it's an offense. So, Niraparada Loili Nama Pai Premadhana. That's the conclusion from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you chant the name offenselessly, then you will receive it, Krishna Premadhana. That is real wealth. Dhana, Premadhana means wealth of love of God. Prabhupada introduced this term, love of God. And we Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we are love lovers. We are the loving people. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nanta Koti Vaishnava ki jai. Govindam.